Hey traders, Raghee here, and we're going to take a look at the 1 day, 1 week, and 1 month relative performance of the broader sectors and then dial that in to how I'm looking at the sector performance within the broader averages, S&P, NASDAQ, Dow, and trying to find opportunity in this particular market. All right, so first of all, 1 month out, you take a look at the kind of chop that we've seen. No surprise, we see utilities really outperforming here. And then followed consumer cyclical and communication services. So take a look at what for the last month has been outperforming. So, and then let's also think about what their ETF alternative is. So utilities is your XLU, followed by cyclical, that's your XLY, consumer discretionary, communication services, XLC, healthcare, XLV, and then tech, which is your XLK. All right, so then what of the 1 month top 5 is also the 1 week? So what's carrying over? XLC, XLU, XLY, XLV, and then you've got defensives. So, all right, so I'm not going to carry over the XLK. So that, from the first look at the 1 month to the 1 week, we dropped that one. How about 1 day? What's been doing well today? Consumer cyclical did well, tech did well, communication services, utilities. So we've got a pretty good idea that XLC, XLU, XLY, and XLV. Now, when I take a look at those 4, so let's transfer those over to take a look at where they are within our interest of the broader averages. So what that means is I've got XLC, wow, that's a big font, XLC, XLU, XLY, and finally XLV. So XLC is mostly an NQ conversation. XLU, that's actually none of them. XLY, again, NQ and a little bit of ES. XLV is mostly ES and a little bit of YM. So now I've got a pretty good idea of what's outperforming within each, right? So where I could see that if I wanted to play NQ or ES, I might be actually better off looking at XLY or XLV. If I want to play YM, I could keep an eye on XLV. Additionally, XLI and IYT have been very good outperformers. And then for the NQ, it seems XLC, right? So what we're doing is we're going and looking at index sector stock. And in CHOP, I think more so than at any other time, in choppy markets, and I determine CHOP by the way in which the daily time frame is stuck in a range, by the way the daily time frame no longer punching up to higher highs with higher lows, and that's really easy to determine with that wave label in the upper left-hand corner. So I know that NQ might be a better XLC conversation. And then we're going to take it another step through that, okay? For example, I know XLC and XLY both have my attention. XLY looks better. XLC is pretty good, but XLY is even better. So then we're going to take it to the next step, which is taking a look at the stocks within the XLY. Now, once you understand this process, and I've walked you through a pretty quick version, but you can see where, this is one way to build this out. Once I get to XLY, I can look at McDonald's, I can look at Nike, Starbucks, and GM. Now, once you've got this list, this is what I call a rock solid relative outperforming list. Nearly everything, and I'm going to say most, not all, but nearly everything most traders do simply works better in what I call a double green environment. Double green is look at the individual exponential moving averages compared to one another and their relationship to each other. So almost everything, whether that be high momentum, high volume breakouts, buy the dip, almost everything works better in an uptrend. An uptrend is a more predictable type of behavior. And this is how we do it. And I've just walked you through a process that we're going to deep dive into the premium video tonight to better prepare for tomorrow at the sort of granular level. So tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, we're going to take a look at the way in which I do this kind of deep dive. You can sign up at simplertrading.com. Be nice if I put the .com in there. /easy. And what we're going to do is go through. I'm going to give you guys actually a quick sneak peek at my notes. It's exactly what I shared with the premium video and the members in the chat room. This is exactly what we were looking for to find our edge and where those relative outperformers are. Pause the camera or pause the video for a second. This is what I'm going to teach you guys about. What is that process and where do ETFs fall within understanding that process? All right. So you got a good look at it. There's my current list. I'm working with that right now. Come join me tomorrow, simplertrading.com/easy. And you can see how it is I use these ETFs with a similar process to find those relative outperformers without having to feel like I'm looking for a needle in a haystack. It doesn't have to be that complicated. All right. Hope this helped. I'll see you in the next update.